I'm going to keep this video really short because I made a longer one. What I have learned from my second bodybuilding competition. Number one, that bodybuilding competitions, at least the Belarus National Championship, which I've gone to twice now, is not really my thing. Now, why would I say that? I love bodybuilding. I love being in good shape. I love working out. But the guys go for the really shredded, dry look. And the thing is, even if at 9% body fat or 7% body fat or 6% body fat, you look miles better than these guys, or kilometers better if you're in metric system. You can look way better than someone at 6% body fat, but at like 3% body fat, and you're probably going, oh no, they're not getting 3. Trust me, a lot of these guys are getting absolutely shredded. Like, really. Especially this year. They were just, not everyone, but a lot of them were just absolutely shredded. I'm talking like I often say striations for my shoulders, but they're really separations when you see separate muscles. Guys this year had separations and striations on their separations. These guys are shredded to the max and dehydrated on stage. And the thing is, like I said, you could look better than them at 6% body fat. But if they get to 3% and you stay at 6%, it's just this cosmetic appearance looks so much better on stage than the higher body fat percentage that you look fat, you look out of shape, you don't look good. You have to match their body fat and dryness if you want to compete with them. And that has a lot of consequences. You can't live a normal life getting to that body fat level. Like, I can live pretty normal at 6% body fat, 7% body fat, 9% is better, but I can live pretty normal at 7% body fat, even 6%. I've never pushed below that. Why? Because then you start to get to the point where you can't lift heavy in the gym. You can't push super hard. You can't wrestle. You can't box. I mean, maybe boxing would be better. Like, you certainly are not going to go wrestling. Like, the guys on stage at a bodybuilding competition, I guarantee you, if they did a wrestling match, they would get injured. I'd like to wrestle. I don't like injuries. So you think I want to get stage shredded? No. And you may go, but it's only for one day. It's like, yeah, one day, but you have to spend months, or at least a couple months, at a point where you're going to be injured if you have a normal workout. You're going to be injured if you wrestle. You're probably going to be injured if you box. You might even get injured, with your girl. I don't know. I don't have experience that low of body fat. Doing that, you're probably not going to get injured because you probably won't be able to get hard. That's something people don't think about. If you're that shredded and lean, you're not going to, maybe you take a bunch of drugs and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. The point is, there's a lot of issues with getting that shredded, and at least for the competition that I've gone to twice now, the people show up shredded. You cannot compete if you're not almost as shredded as them. It's like one guy that I competed against him last year at 80 kilograms. We both moved up to 85 kilograms this year. We both weighed in at about 82 something. I lost 5 kilos in the last week. It was not good because it was water from my muscles, not fat. So yeah, in person up close, if you saw us standing next to each other, you'd be like, holy, this guy is a stick. You see us on stage, you go, this guy is fat. Because in person, like up close, you realize, like, yeah, he's shredded, but it's like, it's really tiny. But when you're on stage, even if you're really it's an illusion. Like you hear a lot of the big bodybuilders say, bodybuilding is an illusion. It doesn't matter how big you are. It matters how shredded you are. Now, of course, it matters how big you are. But you can be tiny and you go on stage shredded, you're gonna look way better, way bigger than the guy who's way bigger, but less shredded. Now, I actually got people come up to me after the competition, because I just left after my weight class, but I was hanging out in the front of the place with my wife and a friend, and like one guy came up and he was talking to me for a while, wanted to take pictures with me, told me he thought I was the best. My wife and friends said that some people were saying I was the best while I was backstage. I wasn't the best. There was a guy in my weight class who won first, who deserved to win first. He looked amazing. He had good size, especially his arms. His arms were bigger than mine. Now, they were disproportionately big, but when he's on stage shredded, they look amazing. It's a good thing he had those arms. Yeah, he looked great. If they had handed me first place, I'd probably go over and hand it to him, because I didn't deserve first place. I got last. I don't think I deserved last place, but I didn't deserve first place, that's for sure. But yeah, I've been told that on stage, not on camera. Like on camera, I think I just look like garbage. But that without the camera, well, also, I don't have any photos of me flexing my legs. Because my friend thought he was recording a video and took a few photos during it. But actually, it turned out his videos didn't record, so I just got a few random photos. None with flexed legs, so we can't even see what my legs look like when they're not relaxed. But I was told that you could see the separations nicely. And I would look a lot better in my photos, a lot thinner, if you could see my leg separations, not just standing up there with some big sausages next to guys who are flexing with leg separations. So yeah, I did, according to everyone, I did not look that bad on stage. But in the photos, especially without flexed legs, and I'm my biggest critic. My English gets worse and worse the longer I'm here. I was too fat. I wasn't fat, but I was just too soft compared to the other guys. But let's get back to the point. The point is, there's a big difference between bodybuilding and competing. Competing, you are on stage. Like I said, your everyday life, if you're at 8% body fat, 7% body fat, you look amazing. You look shredded, you look lean. No one's gonna think you're fat. You can look way better than another guy. You can think, I would never in a million years want to look like him. But if he gets to 3% body fat and you stay at 7% body fat and you both walk on a bodybuilding stage, he's going to look way better. He's going to win. So you have to decide, do I care for that? Do I see a reason to diet down, to not work out hard in the gym, to not wrestle, to not box, not have much intimate activity with my wife or girl or whatever, just so that I can win a bodybuilding competition for no real reason? No. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. I think I'm going to, just the way I am, I can't do things without eventually doing good at them. Like, I can't just stop. Like, I didn't look bad. I mean, especially my first time, I did it completely natural. I'm really, and especially when I see, almost no different. I look significantly different in person, but on stage, I don't see much of a difference in my photos. I'm thinking, it's a shame. I tried some special stuff this year, didn't really make a difference. But yeah, because I've done 2 shows and I'm not happy with how I did, I'm probably going to do another one because I want to get a medal. I just want to have placed something in the competition, and then I'll be happy. Maybe after that I'll want to place better. But I don't want to quit with 2 last place trophies. It's not really important, but it's just how I am. But I want to focus on MMA because, you know, knowing how to fight is way more important than looking good on a bodybuilding stage. I'd much rather look better in everyday life and know how to fight than look better on a bodybuilding stage. So we will see what happens. Stay tuned. Please write in the comments, check out the other videos, subscribe.